Well, we're here at the Escondido April 15th Tax Day Tea Party. It's not even supposed to begin yet. We're about 2 minutes till 5, and there's already people here lined up on both sides of the road. So we'll just be going ahead and filming and showing what's going on here at the tea party today. Well, it's about 5:15 and the party is getting started here. Haven't seen any indications of tea party crashers so far, although I did see one wag who's walking around puffing on a great big cigar with a sign that says, "I love my 100% socialized VA healthcare." Well, okay, if that's your point of view, well, this is a good place to express it. Everybody here is pretty friendly. Everything is going fine. There hasn't been any sort of disruptions or disturbances yet. And the guy with the 100% socialized VA healthcare sign is getting smiles and respect and nods from everybody else. Sorry I missed the guy. If I get a picture of him later, I'll be sure to put it up. But he's just walking around with a big grin on his face, talking about how he enjoys his 100% socialized healthcare, which I thought was kind of amusing, but he's the only tea party crashing like guy that I've seen so far. Anyway, we'll keep filming.
For electronic patient record keeping. Everybody now is going to them to know how to do it. That's your socialized medicine at work. It doesn't work, right? It doesn't work.
Ah, see, I found the socialized medicine VA guy. I'm lucky. Finally, they stopped blaring country western music and all that caterwauling. Unfortunately, they replaced it with the Beatles' Taxman, an obvious and unimaginative choice, and now they're going with Kate Smith and God Bless America. Well, all right, fine. It's hard to object to Kate Smith and God Bless America, but it is kind of old. Makes me think we're fighting the Germans. Notice that some of the open carry Escondido people are here with their firearms carried and displayed openly on their belts. Magazines, of course, detached from the weapon. In California, you can carry a weapon openly as long as it doesn't have a magazine in the well. The weapon is unloaded, so you can carry the magazine on one side and the pistol on another, or if you have a fancy holster, you can carry the magazine attached to the outside of the holster. It just can't be inserted inside the weapon. And so they're out here today passing out leaflets and stuff talking about California open carry. As it turns out, there is an assemblyman or assemblywoman here in California who's submitted a bill that would make that illegal in California. You wouldn't be able to carry even an unloaded weapon openly anymore. And naturally, they're rather exercised about that. And so they're here at the tea party too. It's been an interesting tea party so far. However, I do have to note, just parenthetically at least, that it is not, in fact, as big as the tea party was last year. I wonder if that has any implications for November, because last year there were a lot more people here by this time. I guess it's about, I'm trying to find my clock, I guess it's about 6 o'clock now. Not as many people here as there were last year. So does this tell us about the level of excitement and get out the vote efforts that'll be working in November? I don't know. So, that was Escondido's Tax Day Tea Party. Everybody seemed to have a good time. Everybody seemed to be quite happy to be here. There were, as I mentioned earlier, fewer people here than there were last year. Well, I don't know whether that means anything. Maybe there are fewer people here today because, well, there are more people off filing their taxes. It is, after all, April the 15th. There didn't seem to be a lot of Tea Party crashers here. I found the one guy who was walking around with his love for his socialized VA medicine, and that's fine. The guy's a Purple Heart vet. What am I going to do? Tell him he's an ass? I don't think so. In any event, I noticed that there was some divergence in the message, which you would expect with a grassroots organization. Some people here seem to be in support of the fair tax. Some people seem to support the flat tax. Some people here seem to want no income taxes at all, which is actually a position I sympathize with. In any event, it was a great little tea party. Everything went fine. There was no untoward incidents at the party. Everyone had a great time. All the people were driving by, honking their horns. I was surprised that it seemed to be, just like the last tea party, somewhat loosely organized. There weren't any speakers. There weren't anyone who was giving any sort of message to the crowd. The only time they did, in fact, stop anything was a few minutes ago. When they stopped the thing, somebody came out, sang the national anthem, and then they went back to the country western music, Lee Greenwood and that sort of stuff. However, it looked like a fun time was had by all. It was a good way to spend a tax day afternoon, if, of course, you aren't stuck at the post office trying to send your tax returns in. Fortunately, I wasn't, and so I was able to come and give you a little taste of what the Escondido Tax Party, or Escondido Tax Day Tea Party looked like. I hope you found it at least moderately interesting. In any event, that's it for now. I'm Dale Franks. We'll talk to you next time on QandO TV.